Welcome folks, this is Ray and here, yet another outdoor and gear review channel. Today we want to do a little bit of flashlight science. Now everybody loves modern high-powered LED flashlights, but some people are skeptical about 18650 batteries or even 21700 batteries. Now these cells are absolutely excellent, especially in EDC flashlights. But some people still prefer traditional AA batteries. And in the realm of AA batteries, you have interesting offers these days. For example, you have those lithium batteries that deliver 1.5 volts. Of course, those are not rechargeable and those are rather expensive. But there is something still to say for AA batteries. And AA battery flashlights are not rare per se. They have become rare per se, but when it comes to quality flashlights, high-powered flashlights, you rarely find them. Now, these are some recent offerings of flashlights that also take AA batteries. Now here, just to compare, this is a 18650 flashlight, a very compact 18650 flashlight. So 18650, that's this cell. This one even has a charging port. This is not so compact 18650 flashlight. This is a 21700 flashlight. So all of these are rather easy to carry. I mean, not so much these two, but definitely with 18650, they're very compact, very high powered. So AA battery flashlights with two AA cells, of course, they will be a bit longer, but they are very easy to carry because they're very slim. Now, if we look at these offerings from Acebeam, very interesting. First of all, absolutely stunning, beautiful. Now, this blue edition is with a very focused hotspots. We'll see that in outdoor beam shots. So this is a tactical style flashlight. Mechanical rear switch always goes to full power, and then you also have this side switch. Once the rear switch is toggled, you can fully operate the flashlight here with the side switch, or you can just go for the tail switch. So we have an interesting cell in here. That's a proprietary cell that comes with a USB-C charging port, and it delivers. It's a 3.7 volt cell. So it replaces two AA batteries, basically. So what you can do, you can run this flashlight on any AA batteries that you might find, or also AA rechargeables, as long as they don't deliver more than 1.5 volts. So you cannot run these flashlights from Acebeam with 14,500 cells. You need to use regular AA cells. So with that, in an emergency situation, you can always swap out the lithium-ion cell with AA batteries. Now, this from Wurkkos is a little bit older light from Wurkkos, the WK05. I've used this quite often. It's a bit bulkier than the Acebeams, but this one is powered with two 14,500 lithium-ion cells. So each of these cells is a 3.7 volt cell. So totally combined, you have more than 7 volts. Now these cells, you might think you could have in those flashlights from Acebeam, but this is not possible. Okay, this one doesn't take 14,500 cells. You blow the driver, destroy probably even the LED if you put these in there. That could happen. Don't know if they have over voltage protection. They might. So anyways, this flashlight has a larger voltage range, but it can also take those 1.5 volt AA cells. It can take basically everything in the AA format. And it runs also on those 14,500 cells. So this one is a little bit more versatile, has the disadvantage that it doesn't have a charging port. So you need an external charger with this one. Now, so when it comes to those offerings, so the Acebeam TAC 2AA, this orange version, I mean, look at that. It's absolutely gorgeous. It looks brilliant also in real life, not just on video. The color is just stunning. Those are beauties. You have to. The build quality on the Acebeam TAC 2AA is absolutely amazing. The only thing that they have is their O-rings. I mean, everything is precisely manufactured, but when I was screwing that in, the O-ring came out a little bit. So those O-rings are not too solid, but that can happen. Still, build quality is amazing. So here we also have this 1600 milliamp cell with 3.7 volts with USB charging port. So the orange version is much more of a flooded light, more of a general use beam. And this blue version is a dedicated, very aggressive thrower. Very tactical style lights, by the way. Very interesting user interface. So you have the mechanical switch, good feel. And once this is engaged, you can fully operate the light and go through the different modes. Double click brings you to turbo. You also have a low mode start, like this, very low mode. As you can tell, no PWM, no flickering, typical high quality light. So as long as the tail switch is engaged, now we disengage it, nothing works anymore. So typically you would think it always comes on full power. That's what I thought. But it obviously also has mode memory in conjunction with the tail switch. Let's see now. Nope. Let's switch it up to high. Okay, yeah, it has mode memory. So it's not a general tactical light, because the general tactical light, they always come on full power. That's absolutely necessary. Or like this one also, full power. That's the only option that you have on the tail switch, because this is the only setup that is panic proof. So those are kind of tactical, but not really. So yeah, let's check them out outside. Let me show you some beam shots. This is the blue Acebeam TAC 2AA with the more focused hotspot. Quite an impressive beam. This is the orange TAC, Acebeam TAC 2AA. Much more limited range for sure. Much better close-up though. This is the Wurkkos WK05. Best color rendition, a little bit of a warmer light color. Very much an intermediate beam. So we have the blue TAC 2AA on the right, and we have the orange TAC 2AA on the left. So you can compare very different beam profiles. Here are the two bad boys with the diffusers on. You can see them. So, as you have seen, three AA lights, or three lights with AA option, very different beam profiles. This is a very warm general purpose light, or neutral light actually. I like the beam quality on the Wurkkos the most. This one, the blue edition, is a de-domed LED, an absolutely dedicated thrower. It's pretty awesome to have something like that in pocket. And then this one is the general purpose or flooded light, also beautiful. Now the Acebeams are stronger than the Wurkkos. They're a little bit higher powered, but definitely the Wurkkos has the advantage in when it can take 14,500 cells. but I like the included cell with the Acebeam. It's just nice to have that USB-C charging option, and also something that is nice to have those diffusers that are included. Yeah, generally speaking, it's an advantage to have a flashlight that can also take AA cells. So these lights, all three of them, they're absolutely great EDC lights because they're compact, very light, especially the Acebeams are very light. So they're easy to carry, yet they're very powerful. And then they're also very well suited for travel, for emergency situations, because you always should be able to get AA batteries. So that's the advantage that you definitely have with these three lights. Now, of course, 18650 cells or even 21700 cells are very common these days. They're also very easy to replace. One word of caution though, with the cells that are included, also with this cell here, those lithium ion cells with charging ports, that is very nice and very convenient. However, I had a few of them acting up, that the charging didn't work with. Certain cables seem to make a problem, certain chargers. But I also had situations on those cells where the charging electronics just blew, and the cell still was working, but the charging electronics didn't work. So this adds complexity to a cell and makes it more likely that the cell actually becomes inoperable under certain circumstances. Now, it's easy enough to carry a replacement 18650 cell, but it's still nice to have that option to go back to traditional AA batteries. So here you have all the bells and whistles, and also the output of a modern high-powered LED flashlight, but you still can go back to more traditional ways of powering your flashlight. I hope you liked the review and a little discourse. This was Wear and Tear, over and out.